Okay, now we have segment number 3, a proof of the existence of God, written by Michael Fazio via a book called Angels on the Ark, located at www.angelsontheark.com. And here is further proof that the $1 bill and the Bible were the methodology in which the Lord God was going to come back and prove its own existence at what some people believe to be the end of times, but in reality might just be a large change in the nature of the way things work. Yeah, right. Okay, so this diagram that I am going to place before you right now is a very detailed diagram in which I have outlined and numbered approximately 30 plus individual pictographs on the back of the $1 bill, which is actually, as you already know, an exact replica of the Ark of the Covenant. The word 1 in the central portion of the back of the $1 bill always represents the Lord God, because it states that much by the words, "In God we trust one." But it's not a Catholic God, and it's not a Buddhist philosophy, and it's not a Mohammed or a Christian or a Protestant God. It is just God. And this is what the Founding Fathers knew and chose not to tell you, because if they did it like this, aka allowed this pictograph to be placed on the back of the $1 bill, eventually, because this pictograph was created sometime in the distant past, prior to the building of the Great Pyramid, the Founding Fathers knew that there was a God, but they couldn't put a name to it. Therefore, they put it, what represented God, on the back of the $1 bill, aka the Ark of the Covenant, which came to be the truest form or closest methodology in which to prove God's existence. Now that sounds completely absurd, because that would mean for 75 years, 300 billion pairs of eyes, approximately, based on my numbers, and I'm pretty good with numbers, 300 billion pairs of eyes on Earth have looked at the back of the $1 bill, and Michael Fazio is the only person on Earth to ever see this pictograph. Something is wrong with that picture. Now, I can show you, this is in my book, there's pictures and pictographs and layouts all throughout the entire course of the book of the things that I speak about. This is the owl that I showed you in segment number 2. And it goes on and on and on. And there are approximately 100 pages open to the public. This is the pictograph, aka the God Pod and the evil seed of death, with the angels that are called cherubs located on the back of the $1 bill, surrounding the seed pods, that which I call the God Pod and the evil seed of death. And that picture is also picture number 100, located in the preview of the book. But here is something a little bit more interesting, in that when you move through the book, I give you a detail for detail description of what is occurring in the book itself. For instance, this picture is just a simple picture of a $1 bill folded along the lines that are immediately above and below the seed pods, and those white lines are the lines that represent the poles that carry the Ark of the Covenant. And in the book itself, you will see the above is a folded bill, and at the folds are the poles of the shittim wood that carried the Ark of the Covenant that were wrapped in gold inlaid. These are the white lines I just spoke about. One is on this side, one is on this side. These are the actual poles. The numbers 1, where the number 1 and the words 1 cross each other, would be the handles for the poles to carry the Ark of the Covenant. Now, some further proof of this goes on when I start to move you into pictographs such as the one I just showed you, that this is what I depict as the Rosetta Stone. Now this in and of itself, with the 33 pictographs that are noted on this particular picture, are only 33 pictographs that are readily discernible of the 2,200 that I actually know about. In order to see more than 2,200, we would have to go to the segments of the bill just above my finger, where you see 4 little arrows. 4 little arrows there, 4 little arrows just underneath the central part of the God pod, 4 little arrows just underneath the central part of the evil seed of death. By the way, the cherub's face is this right here, and this line that goes out parallel to the bottom and top of the bill is the cherub's teeth, because cherubs have teeth and eagles don't. Remember that, because there's going to be a quiz. But these alignment marks, there are 64 of them on the back of the $1 bill, exist here, and here, and here, and here, and so on and so forth. Allow a person to take multiple $1 bills and create, literally create, objects. And the objects range in every form of pictograph, every form of artwork that is described in the Bible can be created by either folding or placing together multiple $1 bills, as you see here. And in this picture, you can see how these alignment marks have been utilized to line up the exact horizontal lines so that it forms a perfect box from the ends. Okay, but it's not a box. This is one methodology in order to create the Ark of the Covenant, because the Ark of the Covenant had a mercy seat, aka where the word 1 is also called where the energy of the Lord God rested and existed both day and night. The mercy seat has the angels. If you notice, the faces of the angels have eyes. The eyes have eyes before and behind. That gets complicated. I could sit here and talk to you about eyes for at least a year, because now you are looking at what appears to be a man's eyes that fold up and bend around the evil seed of death, and are looking downwards, and the eyes roll up and fold around and look towards the central part of the $1 bill. And they are in fact eyes, and they are in fact depicting a form of bent light that wraps around the seed pods in order for it to either see God or in order for God to see them. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But these eyes that are on the faces that look like men but are not men.